everybody, and welcome to the show. You know where you are, the 9 at 9 with me, Tigo. And I'm always bringing experts, you know that, but today is so much fun. Is he an expert? Yeah, he's an expert. But he's also that guy that when I'm feeling a little blue, when my rhythm's a little off, I call him, I text him, and boom! Sometimes I'm in a much better mood. And what he has to kind of keep you moving forward. Yep, that's all I'm going to tell you for now. So sit right there. We'll be right back.
Expert Talk is sponsored by Pod Nation TV, the podcast to broadcast network.
Hey, welcome back. You know, like I said, I had to bring somebody in here that just got my mind right. Because, you know, New Year's Eve, you go, yes, New Year's. And you think, yeah, all this great stuff's going to happen instantly because it's New Year's Day. And then you realize that reality hits and you still got to work for it. You still got to earn it. You still got to grow. You still got to climb. Well, sometimes you get a little down. So what do? What do? I call Kelly Cardenas and say, what's up, brother? What's happening?
How are you doing, Tigo?
I am good, sir. Now that you're here, I'm even better. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. Always amazing. Unbelievable, as I like to say.
You know, you're a very successful entrepreneur. You're an award-winning, best-selling author. You got one of the best podcasts out there according to Forbes. I'm so jealous. And at the same time, the one thing I always want to say when I introduce you is super dad. It doesn't matter what's going on. If the kids have got something going on, Kelly says, hold that thought. I'll be right back. That's amazing. You're such a cool dad.
Well, I want to thank you for that. I mean, that's probably that's what I always wanted to be. I wanted to be a T-ball dad, a football dad, a softball dad, whatever it was, but I wanted dad attached to it.
You know, you're always up, and I know you have your down days like everybody else, because I believe you're human like the rest of us. I don't know. I might need to get you tested. You might be a superhero, but you're always up. I can write you, call you anytime. And you're like, what keeps you focused? What gets you out of those dark moments if and when you have them?
Well, to preface it, to let you know, I believe it's, right around the first of the year. And my dad, which is my best friend in the whole entire world, December 19th, passed away. He went to heaven. And one of the things that people ask me about is, how is it that you could stay up during this time? And a quote hit me yesterday that said, if you believe so heavily in heaven, how could you be mad that someone goes there? And it went back to the point that my dad taught me very early on, that you choose joy and that the success is always in the seed. It's not in the harvest. The seeds that you plant will give you the harvest. He would take an apple, Tigo, and he would hold it and he would say, how many seeds are in this apple? And I would say like 8 or 10. And he would say, how many apples are in this seed? And he said, invest in the seed, son. And that seed was always joy, always choosing joy and always planting joy everywhere that I went. And I found that then I never had to worry about the harvest.
No, I totally understand that. And I'm so sorry for your loss. I know how rough that can be. I've lost both my parents, and recently we've had a couple of family members pass away as well. So it does knock you over. And somebody told me a long, long time ago, it's not the death that really hurts, it's saying goodbye. And I was like, it is. So when going back to you and the seeds and the harvest, do you think having that strong foundation of already planting the seeds and already building on that gave you the strength to get through that dark moment about your dad?
Well, I mean, for me, it was amazing because it was a light situation. I mean, not to say I wasn't sad. I'm a human being, but the reason why I prefaced it that way is because a lot of times people see me and they see me smiling and they see joy, and they think that the circumstances are all exactly what I want them to be. They're not. But when we choose joy, we extract ourselves from circumstance. And my dad taught me my whole life. He told me 3 things growing up. You're awesome. You're beautiful. You could do anything as long as it's in line with your purpose. And those things set me up for when he was moving on to another realm. And honestly, like if I tried to wish him back, he would be like, no, boy, I'm in a good place right now. I'm walking on streets of gold. So I think that when we, as opposed to, going high and low with happiness or sadness based off circumstance, we could simply choose joy. And that joy is always in the seeds that we plant.
I love that. I love that. So let me ask you this. Some people, like one of my oldest grandson, he's a basketball phenom. I would say he was born with a basketball in his hand because that's what he knows he's going to do. I'm hoping that he gets more height because I don't know if he'll get to the pros because of his height, but he's amazing. I've watched him take people that are 10 years older than him, play against pros, and he holds his own. My thing is other people haven't a clue. They get in their 30s, their 40s, their 50s, and they never find that thing. What am I here for? Everybody, I'm told that I'm here for a purpose, for a reason. I can't find it. I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to do, but I know I hate my day job. I know this isn't it. So what would you tell them?
I think the easiest way, and it's a very simple recipe to be able to figure out your purpose. Number one, identify your gifts. And once you identify them, go give them away to every single person you possibly can. I learned very early on, Tigo, that my gift was to find out what other people were good at, let them shine in that area, and seriously, just to make people happy. And when I did that, I continued to give away my gift everywhere. And it was like opportunities just continued to flow, but I wasn't looking for the opportunity. I was simply looking to contribute. And, with the seed part of it, again, like my friend told me the other day, his name is Kevin Kennedy. Actually, I would say the other day, this was October of 2020. He told me, get prepared for spring 2021 or 2022. And I was like, wait a second, what are you talking about? And he said, because 2021 is already gone. And I said, well, what do you mean? And he said, you need to prepare because the seed's going to take a long time to be able to come into fruition. You can't plant an oak tree today and then try and climb it tomorrow. So what I would suggest is identify your gifts, go give them away, but don't look for the harvest right now. When you take the seeds, which will be the things that you read, the things you come in contact with, the people, then you take and you water them. The harvest is inevitably going to come, but it'll only come based off the seed that you planted. You can't plant apples and get oranges.
Dang, that's what I'm doing wrong. No. So now I know people are out there and they're going, this guy, give it away. Come on. I'm not giving anything away. I'm not that believer. I believe in giving it away. I know it all comes back around. But a lot of people don't realize that what's stopping them is the fact that they're so worried about what they're holding on to. Back in the day, I used to be a sales director many, many moons ago. And one of the first things I did was take somebody into wherever there's a faucet and have them put their fist under the water. And it's like, where's the water go? And they're like, around my hand. And I'm like, open it a little bit. Where's the water go? And they're like, through my hand. I'm like, you get way more returns and way more positive things in your life if you stop choking life out, trying to hold on and just learn to flow. And what do you think about that? Because I know a lot of people are going, I'm not giving away a thing. They're going to pay me for everything. Well, even Michael Jordan played for free for many, many years before he got with the Bulls. People don't understand that. How do we get them to understand that?
Well, I think it's investing, right? I mean, it's the investment. I think it's the difference between a transaction and relationship. I don't want to have a transaction with Tigo. That's not what I looked for. When you and I met, our relationship is being solidified over almost, and I can't believe this, and I don't know if you realize this, it's coming up on a year that we've been friends. And I forced that upon you. I told you I was going to force you to be my friend. But what's amazing in this time is you and I have not done official business together, although I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of that because I know that by being your friend for years and years and years, and by being a lifetime in a relationship, then transactions will happen. But if I look for the transaction, the relationship will never be established.
I totally agree with that. Now I've got a question for you because I also feel like very successful people also get stuck. They do the same thing over and over and over again. They almost get spoiled because it's always been easy. This is what I do. And then things come along like many, many years ago. I used to know a guy that third generation, they had a carburetor company. They never learned anything else. We do carburetors. That's what we do. And then lo and behold, they stopped putting carburetors in cars, and it put them out of business because they never looked right in front of themselves and said, maybe we should learn about, transmissions or air systems or something so we can stay in business. What about successful businesses that just are waiting for the bad times to pass and get back to the good instead of looking at what's right in front of them?
Well, I think there's a three-pronged situation, and it's funny that you say it because this is the next book that is coming out. And what it is we already talked about the first one. Be kind, like contribute to everyone. Try and walk into a situation not taking, just looking to contribute. I always want to look in our relationship, Tigo. I want to find out how I can add value to your life. Number two, we already talked about it. You got to make friends. You got to make tons and tons and tons and tons of friends. And the last one will be almost natural, which will be stay curious. And when you stay curious, when I met you, I was curious about how you're a juggernaut in what it is that you do, helping people to be able to take their podcast to broadcast. I'm curious about that. I don't know how to do it. I don't have your skill set, but I've got a friend who does. And as high-level successful entrepreneurs, we need to stay curious, and that will take us to the next level.
Ooh, this time went too fast. Alan's already put up the 1 minute mark. He's going to cut us off soon. You guys go check out Kelly at kellycardenas.com. He's my friend. He's going to come back on here again. We're going to have him just drop a little knowledge from time to time. Thank you so much, brother, for being on the show.
Peace, love, and soul.
Hey, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you'll be back next time, which is probably tomorrow because we're 5 days a week. And as always, I'm Tigo. I'll talk to you next time.